social media scrub. What else to try to build the question of motive? Why? Why did this happen?
Well, of course, I mean, we're really going to start trying to find documentation, something that can explain it to us. So again, we've heard look at social media, but also you're going to have to figure out where this individual lives, execute a search warrant. Maybe there's more evidence there that we need to figure this out. And then the victims. Was he or she focused on specific individuals? Was this random? Was the person recently fired? We need to know all of this because we need to figure out how to prevent this from happening again. So we're still early in this, and there's a lot of legwork to be done by law enforcement.
And Jonathan Weckrow, we're told by the mayor, Sam Liccardo, that we will have more information from him in about 20-25 minutes on the scene. He tweeted a short time ago, a shooting at the VTA facility on Younger Street has left several people being treated. The situation is still being assessed. The shooter is no longer a threat. The facility has been evacuated. I will update as more information becomes available. We should hear from the mayor there. Again, I said 20-25 minutes or so. Take me through, Jonathan, the crime scene at the moment. You have the sheriff's deputies who are already there. You will have state authorities. You'll have federal agencies respond as well to do everything they can to try to put the horrific pieces of yet another mass shooting together.
Yep. So listen, this is the second phase of this incident response, right? The initial part was responding to the active shooter. Now that threat is down, we have a massive crime scene that actually has to be processed. So what are they doing? Right now, investigators are actually trying to identify the boundaries of what that crime scene consists of. You know, we obviously know that there's the facility inside, but we also have to take a look at, you know, were any victims outside? Was any shooting occurring outside? So how far out does the boundary of this crime scene go from the center building? We also need to start correlating witness statements, you know, taking those witness statements, looking of anything of video evidence, and then comparing that to identified physical evidence. We have to start processing this crime scene. You know, so the way they're going to do that is conduct multiple searches of the facility to identify anything of evidentiary value. Again, what are we doing this for? We're trying to answer that question, why? Why did this occur? What was the motivation of this shooter? We can't interview the shooter. The shooter's dead. So we have to look at all other investigative tools and techniques that are available to start piecing this together. And some of my colleagues had just said, you know, this individual in today's age has a lot of digital exhausts. You know, so they're going to look at anything that this person has stated online in the past, any type of comments to friends, family, again, try to find out what has occurred. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that the Secret Service has done a lot of research into mass shootings by the National Threat Assessment Center. And one of the key findings was that when they looked at the hostile actors, the threat actors, of mass shootings, nearly all of them made some sort of threatening or concerning communication prior to carrying out horrific acts of violence. So that is what investigators are going to utilize as a baseline going back and say, wait a second, it's not normal for someone to wake up and walk into a transportation maintenance facility and start killing people. It's just not normal behavior. So understanding that behavior is a continuum, looking back at this person's life, were there other types of behavioral anomalies that could have been red flags?